Dallas Mavericks organization was fined $750,000 by the NBA for conduct detrimental to the league after sitting several key players for the April 7th loss that eliminated the Mavs from playing contention. The league determined the Mavs violated the league's player resting policy and demonstrated through actions and public statements the organization's desire to lose the game in order to improve the chances of keeping its first-round pick in the 2023 NBA draft. UTSA football is hanging out at the Alamo Dome right now, getting ready for their annual Fiesta Spring football game set to kick off at 6:30 tonight. The event is free and open to the public and will wrap up the Roadrunners' spring season of 15 workouts. Many big names like Frank Harris, Kavorian Barnes, and Trey Moore will not play tonight. And with the next transfer portal window set to open tomorrow, this game can help the Roadrunners add or retain talent, but could also mean the end for some players who feel better served to leave for other opportunities.
For some guys, it's going to be, good for them. The thing was invented for the good of the kid. Again, like I said, adults have gotten away, and it's not supposed to be pay for play. It's supposed to be for a kid to be able to transfer. If he's not playing at a school, he can go play at another school. But we're going to love our kids, coach the heck out of them, and hope they all stay.
The Roadrunners will kick off their 13th season of playing, first as a member of the American Athletic Conference on September 2nd at Houston. Led by head coach Hines Ward, the San Antonio Brahmas arrived to the Alamo Dome around 1:15 this afternoon for a walkthrough ahead of their key home matchup tomorrow with the Orlando Guardians. The Brahmas' playoff hopes took a big hit last week when they lost to the Roughnecks, and now they must win their final two games and see Arlington lose their final two for the Brahmas to sneak into that postseason back door.
Just got to have it, man. Just got to go out there, execute the game plan that we prepared this week, and try to come out victorious, You got to have it. Like I said, it's a must-win. So everybody got to put their best foot forward.
We know we're a good football team. We just haven't been playing like it these past few weeks, and it's time. Hopefully, we finally can put it all together and then get into the playoffs.
Starting the year off, I wanted to really have a dominance here, and we just got to come together as a group and find a way to get this win. And we're still in the fight. Have the chance to still make the playoffs in our division.
2-6 Brahmas will host the 1-7 Guardians tomorrow night at 6 at the Alamo Dome. San Antonio FC will take their show on the road to face Louisville City FC, the same franchise they beat 3-1 in last season's USL Championship final, the only meeting between the two sides. And the showdown will go down at Lynn Family Stadium in Louisville, Kentucky, the largest soccer-specific stadium in that region with a seating capacity of 15,000 plus.
They have the bells and whistles for sure. It's pretty cool. Hopefully we never get to experience it, but when they score, the lights go down, the purple, and they get the music going, and so it is a neat atmosphere. As a pro player, you love playing in cool environments. You love playing on a nice field, great stadium. It just kind of, like you said, it kind of raises your level a little bit too.
Louisville City FC will host San Antonio FC tomorrow night at 6:30, and go San Antonio.
Absolutely. Brahmas, SAFC, Roadrunners.
We got it, baby.
Roadrunners are going to win. We know that, right? They'll win the spring game.
They're going to start off undefeated?
Exactly. We'll be right back. We're going to talk all things Fiesta after the break. All right, we've got a little KSAT Q&A with a kick here. We're going to talk about all things Fiesta. Think about it. Less than a week from today, next Thursday, Fiesta officially kicks off with Fiesta at Travis Park. One of the changes that they're implementing this year, Steve Rosenauer joins us now live. He's the executive director of Fiesta San Antonio Commission, but I like to say Fiesta San Antonio. Steve, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for having me tonight.
All right, so I want to talk about, at this point, less than a week away, are things set? You guys good? You just got your feet up right now, getting ready for Fiesta kick off next Thursday?
Yeah, we're taking a siesta right now before Fiesta. It's really, it's really amazing. Everybody really pulls together in these last few days. There's always little details that have to be finalized, but we're very excited. Less than a week to go for Fiesta, but there's always some final details. The bleachers are getting built right now for the parades. A lot of the organizations are making their final plans, and it's an exciting and nervous time at the same time. So we're looking forward to it.
Yeah. How long have you been involved with Fiesta?
I've been involved more than 25 years. I was with the Oyster Making St. Mary's for a number of years, and have been here at the Fiesta Commission for the last 2.5 years.
So obviously,
a lot of time with Fiesta, and really, that's why I really love being involved in Fiesta and just watching the city come together to support all these great organizations and their causes. That's why we do it.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. I mean, obviously, it's something you're passionate about if you've been involved with it for this long. And, I love the camaraderie. I love the fact that this is one thing the city all gets behind, other than, when the Spurs win a world championship. Fiesta, right. We know Fiesta is going to happen every year. We don't know about the Spurs. So I love that. Let's go through event by event. We have Fiesta officially kicking off Fiesta next Thursday at Travis Park. That's a change. Why the change? Correct. Why the change to Travis Park this year?
With the construction and the planned construction on Alamo and in Hemisphere, we really looked at different options and really kind of chose Travis Park for the new location. Because it was downtown, but also because a lot of great organizations do great events in Travis Park, Jazz Alive and the Taco Fest and so many different events, the ice skating rink. So we really thought that Travis Park still keeps us downtown, but it puts us in a location that people are familiar with about attending events. So we really wanted to make sure that we did have a great location for Fiesta. It is the opening ceremony. It's going to be on April the 20th, next Thursday from 4 to 10 p.m. So we're looking forward to it. But again, finding a new home for Fiesta this year, it was important to find a location that people are familiar with.
Do you anticipate going back to Hemisphere in years to come?
Well, the plan right now is once Civic Park is up and running for the organizations, the discussion now is for the plan to move Fiesta to Civic Park, Hemisphere construction. So we'll see how that looks for 24, but we're really kind of working with the city and Hemisphere on all those great additions downtown for the Hemisphere Park.
Yeah, I love that idea. Yeah, moving it to the new Civic Park would be great. All right, and by the way, there's a lot of road construction via park and ride, maybe the best way to get down to Fiesta next Thursday.
That's a great point. That's the best way throughout Fiesta. So definitely go to VIA's website. They have specific listings of which events they're going to be servicing and which times and for how much is going to be the round trip fare. Some organizations offer coupons for free beverage, free sodas, free non-alcoholic beverages. So we really try to encourage everybody to take VIA Park and Ride or ride share as much as possible.
All right, so after Fiesta, we have the River Parade that takes place on Monday. Obviously unique. Like I like to say, there are floats that really do. Yeah. I mean, how excited are you for this event?
You know what? I love the Texas Cavaliers River Parade. I think it is so unique. It highlights one of the main tourist attractions in Texas, which is the River Walk. But yeah, to be able to tell people that this parade has floats that really float, I just think it's something that's super unique. And really, the Texas Cavaliers, they do such a great job of raising money for children's charities that the purpose behind the event is amazing, in addition to just the fact of how they can pull up all these floats and make it look so great on the Riverwalk. So it's really a great combination of highlighting an iconic San Antonio treasure with a great organization.
All right, Battle of Flowers comes next. That's, of course, the Friday after the River Parade. So it's not it's not next Friday, not for a week from today, but 2 weeks from today, we have the Battle of Flowers.
Yeah, April 28th.
We talk about that and the parade route this year compared to years past. Obviously, there are a lot of construction still going on Broadway, so that's a no-go right now.
That's correct. Yeah, we're going to be keeping the same route as last year. It's going to start up on Main Avenue by San Antonio College. And San Antonio College has been a great partner and supporter for the parades, letting the parades have the forming area there. They're going to have some parking available for $15. It's going to be a great experience. San Antonio College has really stepped up the last couple of years. So the parade route again will be like last year, start on Main and kind of wean its way through Crockett Park, then through Madison Square Park on Lexington, eventually going to St. Mary's, to Brooklyn, to Avenue E. And the one change this year, though, and thanks to the city and Public Works, we're going to be able to actually extend the parade route and go further on Commerce all the way down to Santa Rosa, and then Santa Rosa up to Martin. Last year we had to end the parade at St. Mary's in Commerce. This year we're fortunate enough to be able to extend the route and have the end of the parade back to a traditional location.
See Fiesta bigger and better than last year.
That's right. And we love Battle of Flowers. That's the reason why Fiesta started. back in 1891, the ladies put together the first Battle of Flowers parade, and that's how Fiesta took off. So, kudos to those ladies. They really have done a great job of keeping the spirit alive for 132 plus years.
Absolutely. And of course, all the events that we've talked about, if you can't make it out there live, we want you to make it out there live. But of course, we'll have them broadcast on KSAT12. Steve Rosenauer.
Yeah, and thank you guys to KSAT too for being such great supporters. We really appreciate it. If anybody looking for more information on the parades or the events, go to our website, fiestasanantonio.org.
fiestasanantonio.org. You can get tickets there as well, right?
That is correct. Yeah, we have a link to purchase parade tickets, whether it's bleachers or street chairs that are sold by about 100 of our nonprofit organizations in San Antonio.
I love it.
So again, a great way to party with a purpose and support a lot of nonprofit organizations that support the citizens of San Antonio throughout the whole year.
Yep. Bring us all together. Steve Rosenauer, Executive Director of Fiesta Commission San Antonio. Sir, I appreciate everything that you and your commissioners do, and I really appreciate you letting KSAT be part of it. So let's keep this going.
Okay, you bet. Viva Fiesta.
Viva Fiesta. Thank you, Steve. We'll be right back. Let's do the recap. District 10 Councilman Clayton Perry has been sentenced. The judge gave Perry 12 months of deferred adjudication, meaning if he completes his probation, his 2 misdemeanors will be dismissed. A man shot and killed in his own backyard has been identified. The medical examiner says 30-year-old Jason Brown killed at his home on Wyoming Street. Witnesses say 2 people sped away from the scene in a dark-colored SUV. Police are still looking for those suspects. A man is now in custody on suspicion of DWI after crashing into a utility pole. It happened this morning near the intersection of Ritterman Road and Gibbs Sprawl. The man was taken into custody after being evaluated at the scene. His name has not been released. It's enough to make you cry. An 18-wheeler carrying around 80,000 pounds of onions crashed after rear-ending a dump truck. Happened early this morning on I-35. The driver of that truck taken to a nearby hospital as a precaution. The driver of the 18-wheeler not injured. That's your 60-second recap. Check out live cam right now, 79 degrees out there. A lot of people excited to start the weekend. Some already have. So what can they expect?
Well, we do have one storm on the radar screen, and although our overall storm chances are slim this evening, just due to lack of confidence of much development, we've got it at 20%. I'd even venture to say 30%, closer to 10 o'clock. But we do have one storm that popped up right now, and it's just west of Poteet. You know what's going on in Poteet right now, the Strawberry Festival. I'll be back to track this storm, give you my assessment of it, and we'll talk about further rain and storm chances for the rest of this evening coming right up.
All right, so we continue to follow those storms as they make their way toward Poteet. That could be messy out there, Adam.
Yeah, luckily I think that storm is starting to really collapse on itself, so that's nice. It's weakening, but I know we've got a lot of interest down in Poteet right now with the Strawberry Festival kicking off this evening. Let's go right to the radar. It's the only storm that we have, and previously, it probably had a little bit of non-damaging hail just as it crossed over I-35. You look at the last 30 minutes with this, and just north of Pearsall, you'll see that quick flash of purple on the screen. That was probably some pea to maybe penny-size hail. Now, this is getting more of an easterly component now. It earlier looked like it was more northeast, but now it's more easterly, and that would put it on a trajectory to hit Poteet. However, I do think this is dissipating and falling apart, and most, if not all of it, should fall apart before making it to Poteet. And say in the off chance that some of it actually does make it to Poteet, when you time it out, it would be 7:47 p.m. when even some remnants or leftovers. But right now it's the blow-off cloud cover that you're seeing in Poteet, and fewer lightning strikes, which is good, which is often a sign too that these storms are dissipating and falling apart, and they literally collapse on themselves. The previous storm did that very quickly as it moved into Atascosa County. Visible satellite imagery, a lot of cloud cover today. It's one of those days where if we had more sunshine and more destabilization, we may have been able to break the cap in our atmosphere a little bit better. And we have had a decent amount of sunshine just across the Rio Grande, in the mountains of Mexico there, and even from Del Rio down toward Eagle Pass. And that's where we're watching for potential development over the next several hours. There's the off chance that a thunderstorm could develop and then move towards San Antonio. Despite being a small chance, it's important because if something does develop, then it could quickly become strong to severe, with hail and straight line winds being the primary threats. Here's a futurecast. This is one computer model that does blossom a storm near the border around 8 p.m. and then treks it eastward to San Antonio at 10 p.m. Do I think this is likely? No, I think it's overdone quite a bit, but it's that slight chance that we have to watch for. Sometimes that 20% actually happens, and that's why we'll be watching the radar closely and keeping you updated. Otherwise, tomorrow morning, I like how the futurecast does show low clouds, some areas of fog, even a little bit of drizzle here and there Saturday morning, leading to sunshine by the noon hour. Right now, a lot of clouds. 82, though, our high temperature. That's the updated data from the National Weather Service. The average high, 80. The record, 95, set back in 1961. 95 shows you the potential for this time of year. Currently, we're at 80 with the dew point is 65. That's the difference between the past few days. Dewies are back up. We've got that humidity in the air. The mugginess is back, and that's going to be the case the first part of the day tomorrow. Waking up to some areas of fog and low clouds and humidity, 67 at 7 a.m. But then by noon, the dry line hits, starts pushing that humidity away. Humidity drops into the afternoon, but the temperature spikes as a result. So yeah, we'll get rid of the humidity later in the day, but we'll be in the low to mid 90s, 93 degrees, the high temperature around San Antonio, probably upper 90s as you get closer to the Rio Grande. Now, notice with the cold front that moves through Saturday evening, 10% chance of a stray storm far east of San Antonio. I wouldn't count on it, but also becoming windy. You'll notice that wind Saturday night into Sunday as well, probably gusting 30 to 35 miles per hour, maybe even 40 mile per hour gusts early on Sunday. So the wind's going to play a role late Saturday and on into Sunday. But Sunday's going to be a beautiful day otherwise. Sunny, 55 in the morning, then a high of 79 Sunday afternoon, and then nothing but sunshine and making it up to 80 degrees by Monday with that low humidity. Then storm chances do return on Tuesday.
All right, is it just me, but that storm on Doppler kind of looks like a giant strawberry?
You know, it does.
Heading towards Petit. Strawberry revenge.
There it comes. Watch out. Pack of the strawberries.
Yeah, we'll be right back. So are you looking for ways to reduce stress, anxiety, promote happiness, even fight dementia? Well, spending time in the garden can help with all these aspects of your mental health. That's according to several studies. It's why in this week's segment of Gardening with KSAT, Sarah Acosta tells us about the mental health benefits of gardening.
When people ask me why I love gardening, my answer is always it's my escape. Whether I'm rushing out to get to work,
come on, Scooby, sister, come on, let's go outside,
or letting my dogs outside, I love opening my front door and stepping out for that brief moment and seeing my flower garden.
It gives me a sense of peace, reminding me to breathe.
Another favorite part of being outside in my garden, that one-on-one time with nature.
Here he goes.
From discovering monarch caterpillars.
He's like the Jabba the Hutt. Look how big he is. Like, he's massive. And he's like real thick.
To bantering with my toads.
Can you be a Miss Toad? Cool teenage sis maybe Toad? Hello, Miss Toad.
And science shows gardening or just spending time in a garden doesn't just help reduce your stress, but also has several benefits to your mental health.
Texas A&M AgriLife experts say it can help fight depression, anxiety, ADD, PTSD, promote creativity, reduce the effects of dementia, and even boost your self-esteem. One study shows participants found spending time gardening just twice a week for an hour to an hour and a half helped them with their mental health.
And here's the good news. You don't even have to be an experienced gardener or have a garden.
Researchers say this is because just being in a garden helps you relax. By being in such a beautiful and tranquil place, it makes you feel peaceful in your mind and in your soul. Sarah Acosta, KSAT12 News.
We're going to talk about Adam Caskey's next medal giveaway after the break.
All right, didn't have time to get around to this earlier, but I do want to let you know, Monday will be my next Fiesta medal giveaway. This is at the YMCA of San Antonio on Henderson Pass. Okay, YMCA of San Antonio on Henderson Pass near Thousand Oaks and Henderson Pass. 200 available. Line begins at 4. Medals given out at 6 p.m. 200 available. And the first 10 people in line also get the official parade medals as well. So those are really cool. And we'll post that on social media, by the way. Hey, that storm fizzled out. Poteet in the clear. Carry on with the strawberries. Have fun.
See, it did look like a strawberry at one point.
It did for a little bit.
Yeah. All right, that's it for the 6 o'clock news. We'll see you back here on the Night Beat at 10.